Hi, hello. Welcome to the sessions. Today we're going to talk about the Canvas Teacher app. This is a brand new app that Canvas just launched this past beginning of fall. So let's get started with this session quickly. So a little bit about myself. My name is Chilapun Singh. I'm an instructional designer at the Department of Public Health Science at Penn State College of Medicine. So now the objectives for presentation today, what we are going to cover today, there's going to be 5 different top main objectives. One is for you to be able to download and install Canvas Teacher app. So by the end of the sessions, you should be able to download and know how to download and install Canvas Teacher app on your mobile device. And you should be able to also access Penn State Canvas courses via using the Canvas Teacher app, and as well as should be able to communicate with your students using the app, should be able to update the assignments, and then also grade students or assess students' work using Canvas Teacher apps. So I hope this is going to be well covered during the sessions. So a little bit about Canvas mobile apps. Currently, there are 3 main Canvas mobile apps that are being used throughout the users. One is Canvas by Instructor. The Canvas by Instructor is mainly for students' purposes only. So students can use Canvas by Instructor app to be able to access the course and participate in course activities. And for the SpeedGrader and then Canvas teachers, these 2 apps are mainly designed for teachers who have access to facilitate and modify and edit courses such as you. So, but today we are not going to talk about any other apps. So our focus is going to be on the Canvas Teacher app. So what is the Canvas Teacher app? So these are the these are notes that I copy from the Canvas website. As you can see that I highlight some of the keywords from the information about the apps is that the app allows you to facilitate a course on the go because it's on the mobile device. It gives you access to main task that instructors normally or teachers normally use Canvas for, is to be able to grade, to be able to communicate with students, and also to be able to update assignments that you already created in the course. So basically, it's mainly, the app is not for the development, just to make it clear that this app is designed to allow you to facilitate, give you ability to facilitate a course easily and on to go. And if you don't know yet, Canvas Teacher app is available for both the device Android and then iOS devices, just such as iPad. So what can I facilitate using the Canvas Teacher app? The first task that we're going to talk about, as I mentioned, there's 3 main tasks that Canvas Teacher app provide you an ability to do: communicate, update, and grade. So the first task is communicating with students. The 2 main communications that you could do within the Canvas Teacher app would be using announcements. As you can see from the screenshot, you have access to the announcements that you have to the course announcement that you have access to, and also you have an access to an email. You can also interact with students using an email, reply students' email, or compose a new email. Same thing with the announcements. You can also create a new announcements within the Canvas Teacher apps too. So the last 2 tasks, 2 facilitation tasks that you could do is to manage your course assignments and also to grade student submissions. Just to give you a little bit of a quick ideas of what it looks like. So I use a screenshot to represent each task. To manage assignments, as you can see that you are able to go to existing assignments that's already created and go to edit, and you can update the assignments information such as point the due date, availability, and you can publish and unpublish the assignments that you created. And one thing to note, in the assignments, you are able to update the assignments, but you're not able to create a new assignments. The only thing that you can create in terms of course activities, that would be the discussion. So the assignments, you can update it, but you cannot create it. Discussion, you can create it, and you can also manage it. The last one is quizzes. Quiz is the same thing as assignments. You are able to manage quizzes, but you're not able to create a new quizzes at this point. It may be coming in a new version of a teacher app, but at this point, this is what you are able to do. So the grade student submission, you are able to use a speed grader, just like when you were using a speed grader apps to just grade the students, but now everything is included within a teacher app. So you can use, you can go to students assignments, you can go to student submissions, and then use speed grader to grade students, as you can see from the screenshot that I provided here. And you have almost the same ability that you can do within the desktop browser. So you are able to draw, you are able to highlight, cross out words, and you can change the color. You can utilize the rubrics that you created within the assignment. Now we're going to talk about how to get started using this teacher app. So now, once we start learning some basic information about what the app is and then what it provides you. So now we're going to talk about how to get started. I usually trying to simplify the process. So just to make sure that you understand that how you can get started using this teacher app, there will be only 3 easy steps. Just remember, download, sign in, and then you can start facilitate the course. It's very easy. So we're going to go through that, through these steps quickly. First one, download. As I mentioned earlier, that Canvas teacher app is available for both Android and iOS device. So if you have one of these devices, you can go to the app stores. For Android, you would go to Google Play Store and then search for Canvas teacher. And for iPad or iOS device, you would go to Apple App Store and then find Canvas teachers, as you can see from the screenshot right here. Now, sign in. Once you download the apps on your devices, you need to sign into Penn State Canvas. So in order to sign in, when you first launch apps on your device, it would ask you to select the institution. So there won't be any drop down for you to select at that time. You may have to type in Penn State, and it would populate the list for you to choose from. Select Penn State as an institution. Then it would redirect you to the login screen, familiar screen that you have used. So web access login screen, as you can see on this screenshot here. Just type in your Penn State Access ID and then your password, login. Then it would ask you to do dual authentication, which you would have to have your dual authentication device ready to authenticate. Once you go through this process of logging in, then you'll be having access to your Penn State courses that you have access to as an instructor. But in the course that you have access as a student, you are not going to be able to see within a teacher app. Remember, because teacher app is designed for teachers only. So if you're taking classes also, then you wanted to access your course that you are enrolled as a student, you would have to use another Canvas app, which is called Canvas by Instructor, to access a course as a student. So now we are at the point that we're gonna start looking into the apps to see a live demo. I'm gonna show you the live demo using my own iPad, and we're gonna go through 3 simple tasks, 3 facilitation tasks that you will be able to use the most. So that would be to communicate with the students and to update the existing assignments, and maybe to create discussions, just to cover that a little bit. And also to grade students within the Canvas app. I wanted to show you how easy it is for you to go to the Canvas Teacher app and grade students and grade a student submission. And remember, the keyword is on to go. So because if you have iPad, you have access to the internet. When you're sitting at the airport, when you're sitting and waiting for something, you can grab your iPad and start facilitating your course. So now I'm going to bring in a screen, my iPad screen, and as you can see on this on the screen that I share with you right now, I'm going to open up my iPad. And so once you download your iPad Canvas Teacher app, you will see this icon, the yellow icon that says Teachers, available within your device. Then tap to open the apps, and then, like I said, if it is your first time using this app, it would ask you to sign in or authenticate, and you would go through the process that I just described. So once you authenticate yourself, next time you're using this app, you would not have to authenticate yourself again, unless when you change your password, it may ask you to re-authenticate again. Excuse me. So now once you open up your app and you authenticate yourself, you would have access to all the courses that you have as a teacher. So now you can scroll through quickly and look for a course that you wanted to use. You can edit. You see that the top right corner area here, you can tap edit to edit the course listing here. So make sure that you don't have too many courses available within this page. You can use a start or not start to make sure that the one that is start is going to be showing up on this screen. But if you unstart it, it's going to disappear, but it doesn't mean that it's disappear totally from your course. You can still gain access to that, but you don't want to have all the courses available on this quick launch page, because you don't need to confuse yourself in terms of which course that you need to use. This one would allow you to quickly go to the course that you are commonly used or frequently used for this semester. But if you wanted to go back to look at your previous semester course, you can tap on See All on your top right corner. So when you tap on See All Courses, now you would have access to all courses that you have access. And in this case, since I'm an instructional designer, I have access to so many courses. So you can see that I have a lot of courses available within all courses. So it is important for me to use this edit and only put a star in front of the courses that I frequently use for this semester. So getting back to what we are I'm trying to show you today is that I am going to show you how to, I'm going to bring back this one, okay, iPad here. I'm going to show you how to perform three main facilitation tasks using Canvas Teacher apps. So the first one is, as I mentioned, I'm going to go to my sandbox course, just that will make it easy for me to use it. So the first one is to communicate with the students. Within the Canvas Teacher apps, you have an ability to create your announcements, and you can also send emails to students. So let's see how it's done. Once you access your course, you see on the left-hand side of the screen, you see 5 different menus: announcement, assignments, people, discussion, and quizzes. So what we're going to do at this point is to see the announcement. Tap on the announcement. Then if you have announcements that's already created, you will see the list of announcements on your left-hand side, and you can read the announcements on the right-hand side, right panel of the screen. So if in this case, we are going to show you how to create announcements. Tap on the plus sign. If you don't see it, tap on the plus sign next to the word announcements on the left-hand side. Tap on the plus sign, and then you will get new announcements pop-up screen. Then you can simply tap on title and say welcome. If I can type it well, welcome to week 7. And then you can tap on add description and type in on your description quickly. I'm not going to type anything. I'm going to just gibberish language quickly. So once we have it there, now we can go back to click done. Now your new announcement has been submitted. You can also go back if you made a mistake. You can also go back and tap on the three dots. Look at your top right corner. You can see a 3 dots right here. That is where you can tap and get some more options for these announcements. You can tap and say edit. Excuse me. So when you click edit, you can also, as you can see that in the text editor, it gives you an ability to highlight a word. I forgot to cover earlier. You can highlight a word and then, let's see, I'm going to type select. I'm going to select that word and I can, let's change the screen to it's okay. It pretty work well if you have a screen in the portrait orientation, because so you can have access to different features, the text editor, such as I wanted to change color to red. I can change color to red and make it bold, and I can also put a number and create a numbering system. Then some other options within the announcements that you could do is you could display this as a posting, or you could use a user must post before seeing the reply. So we really don't need to turn that on. We can turn that off, and then done. Oh, one thing that I forgot to also mention, if you go back to the announcements, you can see when you adding or editing announcements, you can see that the paperclip on the top right corner of that edit assignments screen that allows you to attach your any announcement attachments, such as maybe pictures, some files that you see, or some other items that you wanted to add along with this announcement. So you pretty much can do most of the stuff that you could do within the desktop canvas, desktop browser. All right, so now you have announcements. So then you can also go back here and then create more. You can delete one that you don't want. Like I said, like I showed you earlier, that if you tap on select the announcement that you wanted to see, tap on the 3 dots in the top corner, you can also select delete and delete the announcement. Now we're going to the second ways of communication within the Canvas Teacher app, which is going to be email. If you look on your iPad screen within the Canvas Teacher app, you can see that at the bottom of the screen, it has 3 different icons that you can have a quick access to. Courses would take you back to that course dashboard that has all the tiles, the course tiles dashboard. Inbox is where you go to check your email, communicate with students via email, and profile is your own profile. So for this demo, I'm going to show you how to send an email to the student quickly. So when you go to the email, you can scroll through and look for the emails that you have, and you can also, as just like any other tools, you have a plus sign that you can tap on and create a new email quickly. You can use the first line that says select course, tap on the select course, and then you can select the course that you wanted to start searching for recipients. So in this case, I'm going to use my sandbox and add to. I can tap on plus sign. Then you will see that the list of people within your course and the list of the groups, you can narrow it down by using, okay, I'm going to look at the students, And if you're going to select all students, you can select all students. Now, let me go back there again. Plus sign. I'm going to select students group. And the first option you have is all in students. So if I tap on all in student, it will select all students and send an email to students. And just like a desktop version, desktop browser version, you can provide type into your subject. You can select whether or not you're going to send this email as an individual message to each recipient, or you just wanted to send it to all at the same time. And you can compose message and just type in your message, type in your subject, and you can also add the attachments using that paperclip icon on the top right corner there. So once it's done with your message, tap send, then the email will be sent to students in your course. All right, so that's just a quick way of creating an assignment, creating announcements, and then sending an email to students. So now that's a first facilitation task that you are going to be frequently used. You can use frequently with using the Canvas teacher app. Now, the second task that I wanted to show you is the updating and managing your assignments. So I'm going to go back to my demo course again, and at this time, if you remember, or if you know that Canvas has three main course activities, assessments that you can create: assignments, which is a Dropbox; discussions, which is forum discussions where students can engage in the conversation with other students; quizzes is where you can create a test and then test students' knowledge using different type of questions. So as you can see that you have access to all three of these activities, or three of these assessments types within Canvas. But as I mentioned earlier, discussion is the only one that you can actually create a new assessments, or the new assessment type, new assessment, new item within the Canvas teacher app. So as you can see, when I go to discussions, I have access to that plus sign that allows me to add a new discussion. But if I go to assignments, there's no plus sign that I can create, but I can manage the existing assignments that I already created. And as well as the quiz, that the same thing, that I don't have access to the plus sign. I cannot create a new quiz, but I could manage existing quizzes within my course. So let's see quickly how I can manage or edit my existing assignment. So if I tap on one of the assignments that I have listed within the assignments, I tap on assignments demo, and I can see just a snapshot of what's happening with these assignments at this time. So I have 2 students that I already graded. There's 1 student. As you can see here, 1 student that is still indicated as need grading, and there's still 1 more students that has not submitted the assignment. So I can see a quick snapshot of the submissions for this assignment. I can also, if you look in the top right corner of my iPad, you can see the edit button as well, where I can manage or change the assignment description, the title, change different information, details information within the assignments. So as you can see, I can change the demo to demonstration. I can also change the description, which cannot be shown on the screen. So you have to tap on edit description to go to description area. So you can type in your description or change your existing description. Then you can also change your points, display grade as points or percentage, publish or unpublish this assignment. Assignee, you can assign it to everyone, or you can add to specific students or group. You can also work on a due date, change due date, change availability. So make it available from and then available until. You can add another due date too, in case if you wanted to give a different due date for another student. So for example, you may have students that may be in the disaster area that may not have access to the internet and wanted to have extension for the assignment, and you can come to here and then click add due date and then give only that specific students an extended due date and availability time. So you could also do that using your iPad without having to wait to go back to your laptop or your desktop at home and do it. So this is quickly how you can edit the assignments. Same thing with the discussions, and same thing with the quizzes that you can click edit quiz, and you can edit the description of the quiz. And at this point, for this version, I don't believe that you have access to edit questions within the quizzes. So you would be able to edit just the quiz information. All right, so these are the second facilitation task that you could do or you could benefit from using Teacher app. So the next one the last, which is going to be the last one, but I think it's going to be the one that's going to be most useful for you as a teacher using Canvas in your course, is to use Canvas to grade students or assess student submissions. I'm going to go to the assignments. You can access student submission different ways. So there are two ways that you can access student submission. You can go directly to the assignment and then go open assignments and go to the submissions. Or you can, if you wanted to look at specific students and see different assignments or within the students, you can also go to people and you can select students that you wanted to view. You will get the information, students and all the submissions and all the assignments that students have to complete. You can see that some of them have for the students, some of the assignments he has already submitted. Some of the assignment is still missing, so you can actually see the details for the student within the people page. So if I were to access assignments from my assignments page, I just go to assignments. Then I select assignments demo. Then you can see that there's the area that says submissions that has a snapshot of everybody. So you can tap on that area. You can tap on that the arrow on the right arrow right here. You tap on that arrow, it would take you to all submissions for students, but you can also see that who has submitted and who has not submitted the assignments. So in this case, I'm going to, for this demo, I'm going to go to Chulapon 1 because it says need grading. So it means that the student has submitted something that I have not graded yet. So I'm going to go to Chulapon 1 and it would open up almost like when you are looking at it on your desktop browsers. So it's going to open up Speed Grader, and that if you look on the right hand side of your screen, you will see the grading information that you can type in. You can tap on that grade and then you can type in manually type in grade. You can also use a existing rubric that you created and assigned it to these assignments, and you can use that to grade a student. As you can see that as I select the different rubric points, the grade changed respectively. So accordingly, so I could do that. You can also put a long description you can view a long description for the rubric if once created. So, but that's just another features within the Speed Grader in Teacher app. But the most commonly used and then the most useful, efficient feature for this Speed Grader is the ability to annotate right on to go using your mobile device. So as the common thing that you may use is probably putting a bubble. You can select a bubble within the taskbar, and I can tap on the screen and I can put in a comment. Header is too big. All right. So see the bubble right there by the headers that I tap. When I tap on that, I can select node and it will show that this is my node about this bubble. So student would have the same access. So student would be able to go to this bubble and tap on that bubble or drop pin, and it would see my notes describing what's going on with this drop pin. The second thing that you could do with the annotation is to highlight a certain text or within this paper. You can select highlight and then select the color that you want to use. So I'm gonna try something different, blue. Let's say blue this time. So now I can select, I'm going to select line here. As you can see that as my finger is dragging, it will select the line or text, the words that I wanted to highlight. When I let go of my finger, it will automatically add that highlighters into that line. The third one is to add a text box. I'm not going to show you this quickly because I'm going to go to the next one that you may be using it more, which is a cross out. You can cross out certain word that you think is redundant, repetitive, or something that you don't think is useful the same way. I can select text using my finger and drag around. When I let go, it's going to put a cross out line on that words. The last one that I think it might be also useful for you, especially when you're using iPad or when you're using a tablet device that allows you to use your finger, is to use the pen or freehand annotation. This allows you to add a drawing, freehand drawing. As now, since you're using iPad, tablet device or mobile devices, make it easy for you to, if you have a stylus pen, you can draw it on the paper, highlight something, circle something, and write some comments as if you are actually grading the actual hard copy paper. And with the technology of touch screen nowadays, everything can feel so realistic. And I wanted you to, if you have a chance, I would love you to try it so you can give me some feedback in terms of how realistic this would feel. So same thing, when I select that pen, I can select different color that I wanted to use. I'm going to try use green, and I'm going to come down here. I'm going to scroll up, and let's say I'm going to say, yep. Need to change. My handwriting is not good, but at least give you some idea of how you can actually write and how realistic it can be. So this is just an example of using the speed grader or grading students using the teacher app. So when you're done with everything, you can look in the top right corner, you see done. And what happened if you access the students and you wanted to actually jump to the next students? You can use a swipe. You can swipe left and right to navigate to next student. So as you can see, I'm from student 1 now to the point 4. So these are just a basic introduction to the Canvas Teacher app. So I show you the demo. I show you how to access, how to download your the teacher app, which we went over how to sign into Canvas Teacher app, and then how to perform 3 main facilitation tasks for when using Canvas as a teacher. So now, so this is probably what I have for today, and I understand that I have gone pretty in detail a little bit. Some is not in details, but some this may be good for you to. I hope that this would be helpful for you to get started in using Canvas or finding ways to better use Canvas Teacher app, make it more efficient, and using Canvas by utilizing this Canvas Teacher app here. So now, we're going to leave this to the questions. And if you don't have any questions, so far I monitor the questions or the chat. There's no questions about this one. So, and so that means that thank you very much for participating in this webinar, and I hope this is very useful. And again, my contact information is right here on the screen. My contact information is on the screen right here. So if you have any questions, or if you would like to try something, if you have any problem using Canvas Teacher app, if you have any different new ideas of using the Canvas Teacher apps, please contact me and let me know. And I would love to learn from you also. All right. Thank you for attending the sessions, and I hope you have a wonderful time and enjoy using a Canvas Teacher app. Thank you.